Tonight, it's Wham Bam Amsterdam as Glory 31 returns to the Mecca of kickboxing. Once again, the Rise Center will be rocking as Glory goes Dutch with a four-man contender tournament, heavyweight headliner, and a rematch for the lightweight title. It's 3 fights and 9 rounds of bone-crunching action in the welterweight contender tournament with Grunhart, Ben Mansour, Congolo, and Gregorian, all throwing punches and bunches as they battle to face division colossus Nicky Holskin. There's the rumble of a summer storm as heavyweight bad boys launch and Gurgas collide and only one man is left standing. And there's scores to settle and critics to silence in a spectacular grudge match as electrifying Thai Sitthichai calls out lightweight champion Robin van Roosmalen for a title rematch. The Dutch Pitbull versus the Killer Kid in what could be the fight of the year. There's everything at stake at Glory 31 Amsterdam. Kickboxing returns to Amsterdam and the Rise Center in the heart of the capital city of the Netherlands. Tonight, 4 welterweights will battle to earn the next Glory title shot, but to do so, one man will need to win back-to-back fights in a grueling contenders tournament. In the first semifinal, 2015 tournament champion and hometown hero Myrtel Grunhart looks to repeat the feat against France's Karim Ben Mansour. On the other side of the bracket, 2 heavy-handed knockout artists collide when Swiss striker Johan Congolo faces Armenia's Haruk Grigorian. In the co-main event, Dutch bragging rights are on the line when 2 heavyweights from the Netherlands square off as Ismail Lunt takes on Hezdi Gurgas. And finally, the Glory lightweight strap is up for grabs when champion Robin van Roosmalen once again faces Thai superstar Sitthichai Sitsompinong in what should be an epic rematch. No one loves the sport of kickboxing more than the Dutch, and they have packed the Rise Center here tonight. Hey everyone, I'm Ron Crook, joined as always by former Glory welterweight champion Joseph Valtellini. And Joseph, it just seems right that Glory is back here in the Mecca of kickboxing.
You can't help but be excited. This is where most of the kickboxing legends come from. So to be here live in front of the crowd is an amazing experience for me and kickboxing fans all over the world.
Tonight, we will see some of the sport's newest stars in action, including the lightweight champion, Robin van Roosmalen, as he rematches the #1 contender, Sitthichai Sitsompinong. Joseph, many that saw that fight back in November thought Sitthichai had got the victory and should have walked away with the belt, but it was the champion retaining his title.
Well, it depends how you look at that fight. Was it the arm kicks of Sitthichai that were scoring, or was it the counter boxing of Robin van Roosmalen? But talking to both of these guys, both of them are comfortable staying in the pocket and exchanging, and Sitthichai said he needs to be a little bit more active if he's going to win this fight and take this lightweight title back to Thailand.
This has become a very heated rivalry in the lightweight division. All right, let's pack on some pounds and go from the lightweights to the big boys, where everyone is chasing champion Rico Verhoeven. Tonight, though, Joseph, we will see #2 ranked Ismail Lunt in action. He is coming off winning the Glory heavyweight contender tournament just back in April.
He had an amazing Glory debut, winning 2 fights in one night and winning the Contenders Tournament. He showed his explosive power and his great conditioning as he beat Anderson Broderick Silva. And in the finals of the Contenders Tournament, he had a nice, great war with Jafar Wilness and won a split decision.
He will have a tough test ahead of him, taking on veteran Hezdi Gurgas, who hasn't fought in the Glory ring in over 18 months. Well, also tonight, we've got a 4-man welterweight contender tournament with the winner getting a shot at the champion, Nicky Holskin. And for more on that, we go backstage and Todd Grisham.
Thank you, gentlemen. You mentioned earlier that Holland is the mecca of kickboxing. Here it's more than just a sport, it's a way of life, which is why perhaps 3 of Glori's current world champions are from the Netherlands. None more popular than Nicky Holsten, the welterweight champion of the world. Who will we be fighting next? We're about to find out. Let's look at the current welterweight standings. You can see 4 of the top 7 fighters in the world will be competing tonight in a 4-man contender tournament to determine who will fight Nicky Holsten next.
4 men enter, and for 1 man, Glory awaits in the welterweight contender tournament. Everything is at stake. Reputations can be made or lost, and for the winner, a shot at title holder Nicky Holsten. Seemingly undefeatable, the devastating Dutchman Holsten stands like a colossus at the head of the division, lining up to face him. Murtel Groenhart, Harouk Grigorian, Karim Ben Mansour, and Johan Congolo. Congolo recently lost a close-fought battle with Holsten, but gave the champ one of the toughest tests of his career and showed the world that this Swiss fighter is more adaptable than an army knife. Congolo faces off against the crazy aggression of Harouk Grigorian, who destroyed his last opponent in the first round. In the other half of the draw, Karim Ben Mansour faces Murtel Groenhart. The Predator is one of the most exciting and frustrating fighters on the Glory roster. Capable of greatness with unbelievable knockout power, Groenhart's uneven record doesn't reflect his true potential, and he's determined to prove he can be one of the greats. With 2 fights in 1 night, nobody gets an easy ride on the way to the top. The Glory welterweight contender tournament. 4 men enter, but only 1 man will walk away victorious.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Guten Abend, Amsterdam! Glory Sports International, the world's premier kickboxing organization, returns to the banks of the Amstel River and the spiritual home of kickboxing for Glory 31 Amsterdam, including a much-anticipated rematch for the lightweight championship of the world. All of our bouts tonight sanctioned by the International Sport Kickboxing Association. By Ram Korkmaz is with us ringside. Rise Center Amsterdam. Are you ready for Glory? We begin with the first of 2 welterweight tournament semifinals. A French kickboxing treasure. This man comes in on a 5-year unbeaten streak to make his debut. Please welcome Karim Ben Mansour.
30-year-old Karim Ben Mansour. Not only is he making his Glory debut tonight, but this is also the first time that he has fought in a tournament, same evening type of tournament.
Yeah, that's a big challenge for someone who hasn't been in a tournament before. So I'm sure he has a lot of experience. He has a 46-5 record outside of the Glory ring, so he does bring a lot of experience. And he does have wins over Johan Congolo, and he did fight Karim Gaji twice.
He is currently the #1 contender in the division. This Dutch champion makes his 10th Glory start. Here comes Murtel Groenhart.
Waar je is gewoon als du mijn alley maakt smash. De straten waren om te spelen, we stierven door de hele stad. We geloofden op een hele dag.
On the flip side, 29-year-old Myrtel Grunhart has a wealth of tournament experience. He is the Glory 25 welterweight contender tournament champion from last year. It's deja vu for Grunhart a year later.
Grunhart has a lot of experience, and a lot of his wins have happened in tournaments. He's also the 2012 K1 Max tournament champion. So he does have a lot of tournament experience, and he did have a great fight with Nicky Holtzkin. So he's really motivated in this tournament to get that rematch again.
Known as the Predator, it was because he used to have those long dreadlocks that made him look like the movie character. It's hard to call him the Predator now with the clean cut look, but Myrtel Grunhart, the #1 ranked welterweight in Glory today. In need of a win tonight, because Grunhart has lost 2 in a row. Joseph, like you said, to Nicky Holtzkin, and then recently in Glory 28 Paris when he lost to Cedric Doumbé.
Yeah, he gets really motivated these days by the big fights, and this is a huge tournament and a huge opportunity for him.
Well, he flat out admitted that he overlooked Cedric Doumbé. He was coming off the title fight loss to Holtzkin and needs to be focused tonight. Here are the numbers for our first welterweight semifinal. 29-year-old Myrtel Grunhart has a 2-inch height and 3-inch reach advantage over 30-year-old Karim Ben Mansour. Grunhart weighed in 2 pounds heavier. Tonight, all bouts will be contested under the Glory International rules.
Glory Kickboxing is the most action-packed fight sport on the planet. Legal strikes are punches, including spinning back fists, kicks, and knees. Regular bouts are 3 rounds. Championship bouts are 5. And each round is 3 minutes of non-stop action. 3 judges score with the 10-point must scoring system. Outfight your opponent for a 10-9. Knock them down for a 10-8. In a normal bout or a tournament final, 3 knockdowns in 1 round or 4 in the entire bout, and the fight is over by TKO. In a tournament semi, 2 knockdowns in 1 round or 3 in the entire bout, and it's all over. Or you can just make it simple and knock your opponent out. Points may be deducted for fouls. Sweeps, elbows, and grappling are not allowed. Clinching is okay if you immediately follow up with a knee. Otherwise, the referee will step in. Glory rules are designed to bring non-stop, fast-paced, stand-up action. To find out more, go to glorykickboxing.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, this welterweight contender tournament semifinal is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, a 4-time WKN European champion. He comes with a professional record of 46 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 22 of those wins by knockout. At 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 167 pounds, 75.7 kilos. Fighting tonight out of France, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Karim Le Pelon Ben Mansour. Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a WBC European and World Champion. His record, 60 wins, 21 losses, 3 bouts scored even, and 34 big wins by knockout. At 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, he weighed in at 168 pounds, 76.3 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen, it's Myrtel, the Predator, Grunhart. Here now is your referee, Tobias Gerald.
Karim, Myrtel. Gentlemen, you know the rules. Clinching is only allowed if you're working. So, So respect my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Fight good, fight clean, fight hard. May the best man win. Any question from you? Any questions from you? Touch glove. Back to your corners. Back to your corners, back to the corners. Judge, 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 time, fight!
Glory 31, welterweight contender tournament semifinal number 1. Karim Ben Mansour in the white shorts and Murtel Grunhart in the black shorts. Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds.
I feel for Karim to be successful here, he needs to be first and use his movement to set up his combinations.
Already Grunhart has backed Ben Mansour up and is going to work.
He landed a big left knee in that exchange.
3, 4,
Referee
5,
Tobias Gerald
6,
giving
7,
Karim Ben Mansour
8,
standing in count.
fight!
It could have been a knockdown because it looked like maybe he used the ropes to hold himself up.
What a way to start off this semifinal number 1 for Grunhart.
One more knockdown for Myrtle and this fight's over. So he might want to put a little bit more pressure on Ben Mansour.
Stop!
Exactly right. In a tournament semifinal, 2 knockdowns in a round result in a TKO. So right away, Ben Mansour has his back up against the ropes.
Ben Mansour uses good combination.
Oh, big shots from Murtel Grunhart, looking to punch his ticket into the next round.
We haven't seen Myrtle use that left knee in his last few fights, but it's one of his most dangerous weapons.
Somehow, Ben Mansour surviving. Murtel Grunhart teeing off.
Come on.
Tobias Gerald says that was not a knockdown. So Grunhart goes back to work.
He keeps landing that right hand as well.
Break! Stop back. Break!
The big punches for Myrtle seem to be that the right hook and the left knee.
Under a minute to go. Round number 1, high kick from Grunhart. A rude awakening for Karim Ben Mansour in his Glory debut.
Ben Mansour needs to use his movement. He doesn't want to stay against the ropes like that. Stay in the center of the ring. Use your lateral movement. Ben Mansour needs to keep using that low kick. As Myrtle's pinned up defending his head, that's a perfect time to land the low kick.
Stop.
Fighters clenching,
No
are
holding.
broken up, and right away, Ben Mansour is given a warning from our referee for clenching too long.
No holding. Fight!
Warns him again. Murtel Grunhart finishing round number 1 in style.
Stop!
Here we go, looking at the highlights and what was called a knockdown.
Well, it didn't look like a knockdown there. It looked like he was just holding on to Grunhart from falling down, from more of a slip from falling down. But again, the referee calls it a knockdown, so it counts.
What a knee there from Grunhart through the guard of Ben Mansour.
Myrtle has a beautiful switch left knee and he has beautiful knockouts with it. One of the best would be from Glory 2 Brussels against Mark DeBon, is one of his main highlights on Grunhart's record.
Come on, right corner. Mike, come on.
Again, Murtel Grunhart taking his time, as a lot of Mike's gym fighters do, to start this second round with the knockdown. Grunhart takes that round 10-8. Somehow Karim Ben Mansour survived that round. They'll need to turn it up here in the second, Joseph.
Yeah, it looks like he can't really gas himself out, so he needs to kind of slow down. and pick his shots a little bit more on the outside.
And always in a tournament, too, if he was able to make it out of that first round quickly, such a big key to get back to that locker room, regroup, and really heal your body before you go back in there.
Yeah, especially being the first fight of the tournament, you have extra time than the second group, so that's an extra 20 minutes of recovery time.
Total strikes, big edge there for Mertel Grunhardt. Fighters clinch and are broken up again. Karim Ben Mansour was warned for sustained clinching in that first round.
Ben Mansour is doing a good job now at controlling the center of the ring. This is where he needs to keep the fight. It's a good way to avoid the knee, and it shuts down the output of Grunhardt.
Great action here in the welterweight contender tournament semifinal number 1. Mertel Grunhardt in the black shorts, white gloves, and Karim Ben Mansour in the white shorts and black gloves.
Ben Mansour needs to stay active with his combinations. The more active he is, the less output of Grunhardt's going to have.
Suddenly, Ben Mansour working the body.
You have to be careful in that with Grunhardt. He's very good at throwing counter punches when you think he's hurt.
Approaching a minute to go in round number 2, scheduled for 3. You wonder how much Ben Mansour, making his Glory debut was affected by maybe the bright lights here in the mecca of kickboxing Amsterdam, because he seems to be settling in a groove now.
Yeah, he looks comfortable, and this is what he's really known for, watching his some of his past fights. Once he gets comfortable and starts throwing those combinations, he's very hard to beat.
Grunhardt delivering some low kicks, misses with the right. And Ben Mansour counters.
What Ben Mansour is doing is he's mixing up his punches and mixing in either a left or right low kick. This way he's always having Grunhardt guessing, and he can't really block.
From the clinch, Grunhardt delivered a knee, but it was ruled no knockdown.
It kind of looked like he buckled there from that knee. That easily could have been a knockdown.
Grunhardt having success with those knees getting through the guard. End of round number 2. Let's get to know our fighters a little bit more, beginning with Karim Ben Mansour. Kickboxing and full contact karate background. Very physical fighter. And as you mentioned, Joseph defeated Johan Congolo back in 2013. His opponent, the Predator, Mertel Grunhardt, a wealth of tournament experience. Lost the title fight against Nicky Holzken at Glory 26 Amsterdam. Wants to erase that memory here in this building tonight.
His last fight with Holzken was a very good fight. One of the best we've seen Grunhardt. He used really great movement, footwork, angles, distance. But I think what the referees were looking at that fight was Nicky scoring a little bit more cumulative damage with his strikes that he was throwing.
Stay in the corner. Stay in the corner. Come on, guys.
Fighters touch gloves, and we are set. Third and final round of this welterweight contender tournament semifinal number 1. Grunhardt and Ben Mansour. Ron Kruk and Joseph Altolini here with you ringside. Todd Grisham backstage. Please visit our website for the latest Glory information at glorykickboxing.com.
Beautiful little switch high kick from Myrtle that landed. But again, Ben Mansour is just staying in the pocket and throwing combinations.
Big right from Grunhardt.
Grunhardt found that right hand and those knees again. He needs to keep up with it this round.
Ben Mansour in a lot of trouble. Grunhardt knocks down Ben Mansour.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you ready? Come on. Fight!
Ben Mansour looking to hang on.
Murtel Grunhard knocks him down again, and that is all. Murtel Grunhard is moving on in the Glory Welterweight Contender Tournament semifinals.
Yeah, Grunhard here looking at Nicky Holtzken. He really wants that rematch. He just basically looked at him and called him out.
Big high kick there from Grunhard was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, and then he threw that push kick, and then he found that right hand that he found in the first round. But instead of that left knee, it was a beautiful right knee that Myrtle was landing. And then he went to the body that really hurt Ben Mansour.
We'll make it official right after this. Back at the Rise Center here in Amsterdam. Glory 31, and the lightweight champion is in the house. Robin van Roosmalen arrives to defend his lightweight belt in a rematch with the challenger, who moments ago arrived as well. Thailand's Sitthichai Sitsompinong is looking to avenge his loss to the champion. Of course, the Netherlands has produced some of the greatest kickboxers of all time, including that man, Badahari's in the house.
Oh, Badahari is a kickboxing legend, so having him here is definitely gonna pump up this atmosphere here in Amsterdam. And again, it's the fight that everybody's been talking about online, Ron, is Rico Verhoeven and Badahari.
Of course, it's just rumored right now, but how huge would that be? A matchup with the champion, Rico Verhoeven, who is doing some commentating tonight, and Badahari. Wow, that would just be amazing.
That's the dream matchup we all would love to see.
Murtel Grunhard almost ended this fight in the first round, but then it just took him to the third. He put an end to Karim Ben Mansour.
Yeah, in round one, Myrtle found that switch lefty that did all that damage. And again, got a knockdown, so give him a nice, solid start to this first fight. And then in round 2 and 3, you saw Ben Mansour pick up the pace in combinations, but again, in the third round, Myrtle found that right hook and that right knee that finished the fight based on the knockdown rule.
Time now to check out the Glory World Series strike stats, and right away the numbers that jump out at you is just how accurate that Murtel Grunhard was, landing 41% of his punches and 43% of his knees. Even more impressive, 50% of his kicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have an official time of 1 minute and 8 seconds of that third and final round, when this bout comes to an end by way of the Glory Maximum Knockdown rule. For your winner by technical knockout, and now advancing to the tournament final, Murtel Grunhard.
An action-packed way to kick off Glory 31 Amsterdam. Myrtle Grunhart is moving on to the welterweight finals and will now go back to the locker room to wait and find out who he will be facing later tonight, either Johan Kongolo or Harut Grigorian. Going down later tonight in the co-main event, that man, Ismail Lok, the winner of April's heavyweight contender tournament. He will get a tough test from the man known as Fighter Heart, Hesdy Gergis. But coming up next, it's the second welterweight semifinal between number 2 ranked Swiss striker Johan Kongolo and number 7 ranked Harut Grigorian. The Glory welterweight contenders tournament continues. A great crowd here at the Rise Center with some of the most famous kickboxers in the world, but always a very knowledgeable fan base here in Glory. One of the legends, Bada Hari, taking pictures with the fans. Great to see him back in the kickboxing realm. And of course, the welterweight champion, Nikki Holskin, checking out the action here ringside. And the heavyweight champion, Rico Verhoeven, taking some pictures with fans. He's also doing some commentating. We look forward to seeing Rico Verhoeven back in the Glory ring very soon.
Next up, Glory returned to America for a night of high-octane action with Glory 32 Virginia, featuring undefeated American Xavier Vigny as he tries to knock Anderson Silva into orbit and make a statement in the heavyweight division. A 4-man light heavyweight contender tournament and a featherweight title rematch that sees undefeated Serhiy Adamchuk bring the pain from Ukraine against capable Canadian Gabriel Varga. Glory 32 Virginia, July 22nd.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the other half of the tournament bracket. For this welterweight contender tournament semifinal scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. This man won his debut over Maximo Suarez at Glory 29 Copenhagen. Please welcome Harut Grigorian.
27-year-old Harut Grigorian, not only was he successful in his Glory debut, but he earned a highlight reel knockout of Maximo Suarez at Glory 29 Denmark.
That impressive knockout is what got him into this tournament. He is known for his aggressive boxing. He has a high head guard, and he likes to come inside and throw combinations. He doesn't like to kick much, but you will see him use some straight knees.
A Swiss veteran of nearly 70 professional fights, this man is determined to work his way back into title contention. Here comes Yohan Kangolo.
The Swiss striker, 28-year-old Yohan Kangolo, 61-7 with 45 career knockouts. He's coming off a very tough loss to Glory welterweight champion Nicky Holzken, but he gave the champion all he could handle.
Yeah, that is a loss for him in his career, but he said he gained a lot of confidence from that fight. He feels, hey, Nicky's #1 in the division. If I can stay there and give him a fight like that, being so young in his career, he can only move up from there. So I'm sure he has a lot of confidence going into this fight after fighting Nicky.
Kangolo 2-2 in Glory. He is the #2 ranked welterweight in the division. And a spot in the welterweight contenders tournament final is what these two are looking for. Myrtle Grunhart has already moved on. Time to find out who he will be matched up against. Here are the numbers and the tail of the tape. The Armenian 27-year-old Harut Grigorian is 1 year younger than Kangolo, and Grigorian possesses almost a 3-inch reach advantage. Both fighters weighed in at 168.5 pounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this tournament semifinal once again scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Fighting out of the black corner, trained in kickboxing and Muay Thai, he comes in on a 10-fight win streak. His record, 42 wins with 9 losses, 31 big knockouts on his career record. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, and he weighed in at 168.5 pounds, 76.5 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Armenia, ladies and gentlemen, Harut Grigorian. His opponent fighting out of the white corner, a 2-time Swiss national and European champion. His professional record, 61 wins with just 7 losses, 45 of those wins by knockout. At 5 feet 10 inches tall, 1.78 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 169 pounds, 76.6 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Switzerland, here is Yohan Kangolo. And here is your referee in charge, Stefano Valenti.
Okay, please. To the center. Okay, white corner, to the center, please. Please. Okay, touch. Remember, no elbows, no toes. During the clinch, use the knees. Right? Touch if you want. Okay, corner. Mouth. Mouth. Stay there. Fight!
Glory welterweight tournament semifinal 2 underway. Harut Grigorian in the black gloves and Yohan Kangolo in the white.
This is one of my early predictions for fight of the night. Both of these guys are aggressive fighters who like to sit in the pocket and exchange combinations.
Joseph, how key is it to try to get this fight over quickly and get back in that locker room and prepare for that second fight?
Well, everyone has different approaches going into it. I feel if you're overly aggressive, you're losing out on who you are. And I think it's just being yourself is the key to being in winning tournaments.
Solid body blow delivered there by Grigorian.
Kangolo switching to southpaw.
No holding, no holding.
Kangolo warned for holding. Fighters in the clinch must engage with a knee or strike immediately or they will be separated.
Knee from Congolo blocked by Grigorian. Now here comes Harut.
He almost landed that left knee up the middle. Both of these guys are throwing good round punches and good knees up the middle.
Both of these guys look like they want to get back into that locker room quickly. Congolo, body shot, follows it up with a combination.
I like the power shots that Congolo's throwing from southpaw. It's messing up the rhythm and the timing and the distance of Harut.
Body shot from Grigorian. Congolo returns a favor. Both fighters exchanging in the middle of the Glory ring. No feeling out process in this one. Both fighters just coming out and firing.
No holding.
Push kick from Harut Grigorian. I think Congolo got a uppercut through the guard of Grigorian.
Grigorian keeps his hands really planted on his head, which leaves his body open a little bit. I'd like to see Congolo take that left hook to the body.
Both fighters just standing and trading.
It was actually Harut that threw the left hook to the body. When someone has a high guard defense like that, you got to get the guard up and start attacking the body.
Approaching 30 seconds to go here in round number 1.
Congolo's finding that right hook. He needs to keep active and set that up a little bit more. Make sure he follows his left hook.
Fight.
You know Grigorian has that one-punch power knockout of Suarez. Instantly put him on the Glory map. May have earned him a spot in this tournament tonight.
Stop.
Furious action in that first round. Let's get to know our fighters a little bit more. Harut Grigorian, right there, known for his aggression and all-out attacking style. That's exactly what he has done here in this first round. Do or die. It's either knock out or be knocked out. And his opponent, the Swiss striker, Johan Congolo. Holds titles in kickboxing, karate, Muay Thai. Also a professional boxer with a 2-0 record. Very active fighter and a power puncher.
Seconds out. Come on, please. Seconds out. Seconds out. Come on, please. Mouth. Stay there. Stay there. Fight!
Round number 2 underway. Congolo, white gloves, and Grigorian in the black gloves. Close first round. Who'd you give it to, Joseph?
I think Congolo landed a little bit more of the damaging strikes, so I'm going to give that 10-9 to Congolo in the first round. I would like to see Congolo use his low kick again. He's very effective when he's using it, especially that inside low kick.
Both of these guys know how to end a fight. 76 combined knockouts. They both enter into this bout with a 74% knockout ratio, and they continue to go to work.
Fight!
What I saw from Congolo from his fight with Nicky, that he was using a little bit more angles in his footwork, where that's what I think he has to do with Harut, who comes really straight forward. He needs to get on some angles and land some punches.
Okay, come on, fight!
Referee Valente warning about shots to the back of the head.
Right? Fight!
Congolo thrown 74 shots already and hit on 11 of 12 kicks for a 92% ratio.
Stand back!
Trying to get that jab through the guard.
Both of these guys have to start attacking the body, whether it's a knee, kick, body punches, do something.
Congolo throws that knee. Grigorian coming back, countering. Now he throws a knee. Low kick from Congolo.
When you're playing in that head-to-head range, that's where the knee is most effective.
Flying knee blocked by Grigorian. He pushes forward.
Throwing knees in a tournament like this in the first fight is very dangerous. If you catch an elbow, your knee's swelling up in between rounds, in between fights.
A lot of times, Joseph, you'll see fighters try to hold off on those low kicks too, correct? To save those shins.
Yeah, as long as your timing's good, you should be okay. But knees, it's the reaction for fighters to bring their elbows in. And it's very easy to hit elbows.
Time. Neutral corner. Use the knees during the clinch. Right? This is a warning. Fight!
And again, Harut Grigorian warned, you have to follow up out of the clinch with a knee immediately. Under 30 to go in round number 2. Both these fighters throwing with wicked intentions.
You gotta remember, Harut has a lot of experience. He's fought Grunhard and as well as Andy Sauer.
Stop! Fight!
Congolo caught Grigorian just as that round was ending with a nice combination to the head.
Yeah, that could have been the difference in that round. It was a very close round. I felt that this was a better round for Grigorian. Grigorian needs to keep pushing that pace, keep on him.
Mike Passanier from Mike's gym. His trademark, throwing the water on the faces of his fighters. Yohan Congolo, incredible 61-7 record. And the man they call Rocky, Harut Grigorian, getting final instructions from Nicky Hemmers.
Remember, use the knees, okay? Fight!
Third and final round. Moving on to the finals will be the winner, Harut Grigorian in the black gloves and Yohan Congolo in the white gloves. These two pick up exactly where they left off.
That's exactly it. But I would like to see Congolo maybe use his jab a little bit in movement on the outside and then set up his inside combinations. But that low kick's been working really well. He needs to keep up with it.
You gave the first round to Congolo. How about the second?
With that end combination from Congolo, you could easily give that round to him. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if the referees gave that round to Grigorian.
Congolo more active, throwing 149 strikes compared to Grigorian's 96.
He just landed a nice right uppercut after that left hook. You got to get those punches and those knees in between those guards, in between the guard of Grigorian.
No holding. Break.
Both of these fighters are looking to rebound from title fight losses to Nicky Holskin. Of course, the winner of this Glory welterweight tournament contender finals will meet the champion.
I like how Congolo's hitting the body. He's going to go body-body, then mix the body up, mix the punches up high.
Grigorian looks like he's slowing down a little bit, and those power punches from Congolo to the body may be taking their toll. Backing Grigorian up now.
Good on Congolo for pushing the pace, because it can be one round apiece.
But Grigorian keeps moving forward, pressing the action. He has 31 career knockouts. Spinning back fist missed by Congolo.
Stop.
1 minute to go in this third and final round.
You can tell Grigorian's tired. He just looks up at the clock. But if he wants to win this fight, he needs to just keep pushing forward.
45 seconds now. What a war between Grigorian and Congolo.
You can tell that Congolo focuses a lot on his strength and conditioning. He seems to be in better shape coming into this fight.
Oh, counter shot from Congolo.
no quit in either of these men.
Hey! Okay, come on. Fight.
Whoever wins this fight's gonna have a hard time in the next round.
No,
this was a war.
These two fighters are looking to move on to the finals. This welterweight contenders tournament, they will face the man who's already punched his ticket, Murtel Grunhart, and our Todd Grisham caught up with Grunhart.
Murtel, congratulations on your victory. You seem to expend a lot of energy. How much gas do you have left in the tank?
Enough to clear the rounds.
It seemed like the flying knee was really working for you in that first fight. Is that something you're going to carry over into the final?
Yeah, of course, that's something. What I do, that's a mark of me, what I left in the ring, so I keep on doing it.
You seemed extremely excited as you made your way down to the ring. What did it mean for you to get this kind of victory in front of your fans here in the Netherlands?
Big, can't describe it. It's my hometown, so it's great.
And now, who do you expect to face in the final here?
I don't know. I go for my own teammate or Johan Congolo.
All right. Good luck in the championship.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much.
So Murtel Grunhart predicts he will face Johan Congolo. Joseph Alcellini, do you agree?
I have to agree with Grunhart. That last round was very dominating for Congolo. So it's either a 29-28 Congolo or 30-27.
And if that's the case, Murtel Grunhart and Johan Congolo both train at Mike's gym. Could make for a very interesting matchup here in the Glory Welterweight Contender Tournament Finals. Back at Glory 31 in an all-out stand-up war between Johan Congolo and Harut Grigorian.
Both of these guys stuck to their style as aggressive boxers and were able to go in and put on a war for each other. They sat in the pocket for all 3 rounds, exchanging punches and good knees up the middle. But it was round 3 that really went to Congolo. Congolo was able to find his punches and was able, in my opinion, to steal this fight.
Let's see if the judges agree and find out who Murtel Grunhart will meet in the finals. Glory World Series strike stats. Congolo connecting on 83% of his kicks. Very impressive number.
Yeah, he was finding a lot of success with it, and that's what I kept calling for, and he did a really good job, and he mixed up a lot of good punches and knees with those kicks.
Let's get the official decision from Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. Here are the totals. 29-28, Congolo. 29-28, Grigorian. And 30-27, a split decision for your winner, who now advances to the tournament final, Johan Congolo.
A tough split decision victory for Johan Congolo. He'll move on to the tournament finals, who will face Myrtle Grunhart. Both fighters in an interesting twist of fate train at Mike's gym. The two teammates will now meet in the finals. Champion Nicky Holskin, who is ringside, he'll check out the action. Very interested because the winner will move on and face Holskin at a later time. And speaking of champions, we've got the big boys coming up. Are you ready for a stand-up war? Ismail Lantes, he's going to take on Hezdi Gergis, who returns to the Glory ring for the first time in 18 months. Glory 31 rolls on from Amsterdam. He just left the ring, and now Johan Congolo is standing by backstage with Todd Grisham.
Ron Kruk just described this fight as a war. What was it like to be in a fight like that, knowing you're going to have to fight again in a few minutes?
Yeah, for me, it's Glory 31 start no, because this one is I respect my opponent, and for me, for my head, it's just warm up. And now I need to stay really focused because I think the real war start now. Everybody want to see this fight. Okay, tonight you can see this fight. It's okay, let's go.
It's a teammate of yours, Myrtle Grunhart. You must know a lot about him. What do you have to do to beat him?
I just stay focused by myself, and I want to give the better of me. And yes, the war start now. Let's go.
Try and get some rest. Congratulations on the win. We'll see him in a few more minutes.
And then you.
Great stuff, Todd. He just leaves the ring, talks to Todd, and goes back to the locker room. Joseph, what did you used to do back in the locker room when you participated in tournaments?
Well, the main thing is trying to stay relaxed as possible. Coming off a win, you have that a little bit of adrenaline spike that you're excited for, and even in some tournaments that I've been in, I even forgot that I have to fight after because I was so excited after my first knockout in the first fight. But again, it's staying focused. Some fighters like to stay warm, others like to sit down, put their feet up and relax. It all depends. I was more of that person who wanted to stay active.
Remy Bonyaski, some of the great legends of kickboxing here in the arena tonight. A great crowd, as always, here in Amsterdam.
Time now for the heavyweights, and about scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. This Dutch kickboxing stylist returns to the Glory ring following an 18-month absence. Please welcome back Hezdi Gergis.
In a world that makes emperors and kings by the power of Ra, Nut, Chanu, Ptah, Nephthys, Nachmet, Sobek, Sekhmet, Sokar, Salkat.
32-year-old fighter heart Hezdi Gergis. He has not fought in the Glory ring in 18 months. However, he has been very active, going 4-1 outside of the promotion since his last Glory bout. He had some personal issues that he has taken care of and is now looking to come back and returns with a chip on his shoulder.
This is another walk in the park for Gergis. He has a lot of fight experience, and some of his notable fights are against Badr Hari, Earl Zimmerman, Rico Verhoeven, Daniel Guida, Semi Schild, Anderson Silva, Bouzidi. The list goes on. Very decorated kickboxer.
A who's who list of some of the kickboxing greats.
You're playing with the big boys now. the big boys now. Oh, that's pretty.
Hezdy Gerges, he comes into this fight, according to MMAOddsbreaker.com, as the underdog, plus 165.
Ladies and gentlemen,
impressive.
This is
47% knockout ratio.
This fight is actually a rematch from 2013 where Lant was able to pull off a TKO win, breaking the nose of Gerges in the third round. But again, Gerges, you gotta watch for those amazing low kicks, but he says, I'm not just known for my low kicks, I'm a complete fighter.
This next man is a winner of 6 of his last 7 bouts, including 2 big Glory wins in Copenhagen. Here is Ismail Lant.
Here comes Mr. Pain, Ismail Lant, the favorite in this fight. Mr. Pain, he does bring the pain when he gets into the Glory ring, but he is an extremely humble and respected fighter outside of when he's not fighting.
Oh yeah, very good to talk to. We've had nice conversations in the fighters meeting. But again, he's a very different person in this ring. He's got some explosive strikes and big KO power.
Won the Glory 29 heavyweight contender tournament by way of split decision over Jafar Wilness in the finals, and he beat Anderson Silva in the semis.
Ismail also has a very good low kick, so it's going to be exciting to see if these guys rely more on their boxing or more of their kicks and knees.
Let's break down the numbers on the tail of the tape for this heavyweight matchup. 30-year-old Ismail Lant weighed in 10 pounds heavier than the 32-year-old Hezdy Gerges, who is the taller fighter, but Lant has a 1.5-inch reach advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-headline bout of the evening, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Glory heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, a WFCA World and European champion. His record, 49 wins with 15 losses, 1 draw. 23 of those wins by knockout. He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, a full 2 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at 235.5 pounds, 106.9 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Egypt, please welcome Hezdy Fighter Heart Gerges. His opponent standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, a Glory heavyweight contender champion and a World Grand Prix runner-up. His professional record, 38 wins, 6 losses, 1 bout scored even, 18 of those wins by knockout. At 6 feet 4.5 inches, 1.94 meters, he weighed in at an even 246 pounds, 111.5 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of Suriname by way of the Netherlands, here is Mr. Pain, Ismail Lant. And the third man inside the ropes of the Glory ring is Stefano Valenti.
Okay. Please do the center. Okay. Touch. And remember to work in clinching with the knees, right? Okay, corner. Stay there. Okay. 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 Mount. Fight!
Fighters try Touch gloves, and we are underway. 3 3-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Hezdi Gerges in the black gloves and Ismail Lant in the white gloves. A combined 41 combined knockouts between these two big men.
I'm excited to see these guys throw down. But you're going to want to see Ismail try to get inside to use some of his boxes and low kicks, where Gerges wants to stay on the outside, uses more of his straight punches and low kicks.
Gerges said that he wants to use his low kicks. Those are his special weapons. And Gerges has Lant pinned into the corner and is teeing off.
No holding.
Lant's hurt.
Lant's in a lot of trouble. Covering up.
Gerges needs to either attack the body or go to the low kicks.
Lant staggering backwards. Gerges moving forward.
Stop!
Gerges tosses Lant to the ground. He will be warned for that move.
Right.
No knockdown.
Fight!
Gerges needs to make sure he goes to the low kicks now, because Lant's too worried about defending his head.
Has Lant shook out the cobwebs after taking that big shot? He does not want to stand there up against the ropes as Gerges continues to fire.
Please, neutral corner. Neutral corner. Time. Neutral corner. This is a warning, no toes, right? Okay. Fight!
If Gerges is going to throw, he has to follow up with a strike immediately.
And Gerges continuing where he left off. But Lant just misses with a big uppercut.
Stand back. Fight!
Now Lant with a couple of low kicks and working the body. 1 minute to go here in round number one.
He's either saving his energy for this round and maybe pick it up in the second round, but those low kicks are going to add up.
Uppercut gets through the guard, delivered by Gerges.
Lant's got to block those low kicks. He's trying to lift his leg to block, but I think there's too much blood and swelling to the leg already.
Lant has that relaxed look on his face all the time. You don't know if he's hurt or if it's just the way that he looks in a fight under 30 to go. Gerges continuing to move forward.
When you have a fighter who's defending the low kick so much like that, you either got to take the kick high or start throwing some left kicks. You got to take the attention away from the low kick and start mixing up your strikes.
Big leap from Hezdi Gerges. That rocked Ismail Lant.
That lead leg of Lant's done.
Stop!
Well, I said that Hezdi Gerges was going to come into the Glory ring with a chip on his shoulder, and that's exactly what he has done, Joseph. He came out firing and took it to Ismail Lant in that first round.
Man, those low kicks were vicious. That was one of the biggest damages, but again, he got warned a few times for those tosses. You're not allowed to throw. You can off-balance your opponent, but you need to strike right away. But again, it was those low kicks that keep adding up. Beautiful right uppercut. Again, when that right leg's hurt, you've got to mix up and vary your attacks. Throw left kicks, uppercuts, attack the left leg. You've got to do something different.
Come on, please, seconds out. Okay. Okay, stay there, stay there. Mouth. Fight!
Round two. Can Hezdi Gerges pick up where he left off in that first round?
Hey! Stop! Also from you, no
Lant
toes.
right now needs to really get aggressive with his boxing, because as the rounds go on, Gerges is going to keep landing those low kicks. So he's got to come out strong in the beginning of this round.
That's what he's doing. Ismail Lant now firing some big shots.
Yeah. Fight.
Kick to the body roll, no knockdown. Lant known for his jumping knees. That's the first time we've seen it. It's incredible that a big man like that, weighing in at 245 pounds, can be so active and agile.
So you see Lant now moving to his right to try to avoid and take away some of the power and the juice behind the low kick.
Gerges connecting with 64% of his strikes. Lant 44 in that first round.
Stand back.
Gerges really relying on the punches through 34, 17 kicks. But look at Ismail Lant teeing off.
Lant's using a little bit more angles with his boxing, trying to get those hooks between the defense of Gerges.
Lant ate an uppercut that would knock most fighters out at the end of that first round. Maybe it woke him up because he is the aggressor here in the second round.
Lant's throwing some big uppercuts, but he's also successful with those low kicks. He needs to give back some of those low kicks.
Midway through the second round, scheduled for 2.
No clinch. Okay. Stand back. Stand back.
Did Hezdy Gerges use up all his energy trying to finish Ismail Lant in that first round?
Stop!
He looked like he lost a lot of energy and he stopped going to the low kick. He needs to start putting some of those hands to kick combinations together.
And one thing is that not only can Ismail Lant eat a punch, but he also has great cardio. We saw it in the heavyweight contenders tournament where in that 6th round of the second fight, he was still firing and his mouth wasn't even really open. He wasn't even breathing hard.
He came out really aggressive in that 3rd round against Jafar, which again could have been the difference to seal him that tournament win.
Fighters clinch.
Come on.
And are forcefully separated as we're under 30 to go here in round number 2.
Okay. Wait. No holding. No holding.
Now Gerges picking up the pace.
Yeah, being a heavyweight, there's a lot of muscle and weight behind everything these guys throw. So this 3rd round is going to come down to who wants it more and who put a lot more work in the training.
Okay.
Well, not many people expected these two big boys to go into the 3rd round, but that's exactly what's going on. Gerges getting instruction from his corner as well as Ismail Lant. We check out that crazy action in the second round.
Yeah, Ismail started using a lot more angles with his boxing. So you saw him using his right hook, stepping outside, and then throwing that left uppercut. With Gerges being so set in his defense, using angles is the best weapon against that.
Seconds out. Stay there, stay there. There. Come on, seconds out, please. Fastly. Okay.
Ready now for the 3rd and final round.
Fight!
Fighters touch gloves, and here we go. Ismail Lant in the white gloves, and Hezdy Gerges in the black gloves. And a low kick there delivered by Gerges.
I have this going into this 3rd round, 1 round apiece. And again, Ismail looks like the fresher fighter.
No down. Fight!
Throwing big strikes was Lant, but Gerges took him down. It was not a knockdown. But Gerges continues to work the legs of Lant.
Stop! Stop! No toes, okay? No toes. Fight!
Big shot gets through from Ismail Lant.
Stand back.
Staying inside for Ismail is his best weapon right now. He needs to get inside, and like I saw his coach telling him to do in the corner, get some angles going.
Don't hold, don't hold. Come on, come on, come on.
Lant with a right hook.
He's landing well with that right hook, but he needs to follow after it. Throw that left hand right behind it.
No down.
Gerges tosses Lant to the canvas. No knockdown. Another warning for Hezdy Gerges.
Gerges needs to put some combinations together, like he just did there. He was throwing some straight punches, following the left hook to the body, get that low kick going again.
Referee Stefano Valente getting a workout himself as he continues to separate these two big men. And now...
Yes, please. Okay. Penalty, clinching, penalty. Okay, please. Okay, come on, come on. Please. Okay. Fastly. Penalty, clinching, penalty. This, fight!
So both fighters deducted a point for clinching. It equals out. We are midway through this third and final round.
Fight!
I guess it was just a wash.
Hey! Stop!
Yeah, that was very unique.
Please.
I've never seen that.
That's my first time as well.
Stop, no down!
Lont goes
Come
down,
on.
but no knockdown. Again, it looked like Gerges pushed him down.
There's those angle steps, stepping out to the right, throwing that right hook.
Don't push!
A minute to
No
go
holding.
in this heavyweight stand-up
Okay, come on,
war.
let's fight.
I'd like to see Lont hit the body before he goes to the head. Bring that defense of Gerges down. It's going to open up those right hooks and the left hooks. A lot easier if he hits the body first.
Approaching 30 seconds to go.
Don't hold in. Great, don't
Can
hold
one
in.
of these
Come on,
fighters
let's fight.
steal the third round?
Not holding.
It looks like Hetzi doesn't have the power behind his punches, but he's trying to stay active and try to steal this round.
Yeah, okay. No, okay, let's go.
A three-round battle taking its toll on both these big men.
Don't hold. Great.
What a heavyweight matchup. Ismail Lont and Hezdi Gerges putting on a show here at Glory 31 Amsterdam. An all-out battle in the heavyweight division between Lont and Gerges. Great action here at Glory 31 Amsterdam, and Glory 32 returns to the United States.
Next up, Glory returned to America for a night of high-octane action with Glory 32 Virginia, featuring undefeated American Xavier Vigny as he tries to knock Anderson Silva into orbit and make a statement in the heavyweight division. A four-man light heavyweight contender tournament and a featherweight title rematch that sees undefeated Serhiy Adamchuk bring the pain from Ukraine against capable Canadian Gabriel Varga. Glory 32 Virginia, July 22nd.
Well, very closely contested fight, Joseph, and something I've never seen before where a referee deducts 1 point from both fighters for excessive clinching in the hands of the judges now. Who do you think is going to be victorious?
Well, I think both fighters are kind of staying ready because that could easily be an extra round fight in my opinion. But I think the round that's in question is round 2. I'm giving round 1 to Gerges, round 3 to Lont, so it's going to be interesting to see who they gave the second round to. But in my opinion, I'm going to give this fight to Ismail Lont.
Three rounds of heavyweight action.
And in round 1, we saw Hezdi Gerges use a lot more aggression with his boxing, and he found that low kick, which I didn't really think Lont would have made it out of that first round. But in round 2, we saw Lont wake up a little bit, and start landing more of the punches himself. But the big weapon for Lant in this fight was that right hook. Especially in the third round, he was very successful, using his angle, stepping out to his right, and landing that big right hook that I feel sold him the win.
We check out the Glory World Series strike stats, and Hesdy Gerges landing 54% of his shots compared to 47 for Ismail Lant. But who did more damage? That's going to be the question when the judges add this up. Let's find out and get the official word from Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we once again go to the judges' scorecard. Here now are the totals. 28-27 Gerges, 28-27 Lant, and 28-27 for your winner by split decision, Ismail Lant.
Ismail Lant with back-to-back split decision victories ekes out a very tight victory over Hesdy Gerges. Well, still to come, Glory champion Robin van Roosmalen is looking to prove his November victory over Thailand's Sitachai Sitsompinong was no fluke. The Killer Kid, Sitachai wants revenge. It's a rematch for the lightweight belt. And coming up next, a future welterweight title shot is on the line as Murtel Grunhart will throw down with his teammates Johan Congolo. They meet in the finals of the Glory 31 Welterweight Contenders Tournament. Back at the beautiful Rise Center in the heart of Amsterdam, it's Glory 31. Time now for our welterweight
Ladies
finals.
and gentlemen, this is the tournament final that Amsterdam was waiting for. His semifinal was an all-out war that resulted in a split decision victory. Please welcome back, Johan Congolo.
Not even sure if Johan Congolo has caught his breath since Todd Grisham interviewed him backstage. Earned the victory and immediately has to come back and do it again.
Yeah, and he's got a motivated Myrtle Grunhard too, so he's in for a big tough fight here. And again, these two know each other very well, and their coach, Big Mike, is actually sitting out of this fight and not cornering either of his fighters.
Number 2 ranked welterweight, Johan Congolo, ready to do it again.
A knockdown in each of the 3 rounds of his semifinal propelled him to a technical knockout win. Welcome back, Myrtle Grunhard.
Myrtle Grunhard kicked off the evening here at the Rise Center with a very tough victory over Karim Ben Mansour. He did, Joseph, have a little bit longer of a rest period in the locker room. That may be a factor here tonight.
That definitely plays an advantage. A little bit of extra recovery, you know, helps you recover, get your heart rate down, maybe get some of the swelling out of your joints. But again, both of these guys are very experienced guys, and I'm pumped to see this fight.
This was the fight that everyone was anticipating and hoping for here in Amsterdam. Grunhard and Congolo. It always helps, too, to catch your breath a little bit and take your time entering into the Glory ring. Glory welterweight contender finals are set. Myrtle Grunhard, Johan Congolo meet in the finals. And we check out the numbers here for this battle. Grunhard comes in 29 years old, Congolo 28. The height advantage will go to Grunhard.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this contender tournament final is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, he now runs his professional record to 62 wins with 7 losses, 45 big wins by knockout. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, 1.78 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 169 pounds, 76.6 kilos. Back tonight, fighting out of Switzerland, here is Johan Congolo. His opponent fighting out of the white corner now has a professional record of 61 wins with 22 losses, 3 bouts scored even, and 35 big knockouts. Standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters, he weighed in at fight time at an even 168 pounds, 76.3 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the Netherlands, please welcome back Myrtle, the Predator, Grunhard. And your referee in charge of this bout, Tobias Gerald.
Johan. Myrtle. Gentlemen, this is 3 rounds in the Glory Contender Tournament of the welterweight division. So you know the rules, so respect my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Fight good, fight clean, fight hard, may the best man win. Any question from you, Johan? Any question from you, Myrtle? Touch gloves, back to your corners. In the corner. Judge, in the corner. Back to your corner. Judge, back to the corner.
A future title fight against current champion Nikki Holskin on the line.
Fight.
between Johan Kongolo in the black gloves and Myrtle Grunhardt in the white gloves.
So what I see the biggest advantage for Kongolo here is his conditioning and the ability to throw more volume to be able to slow down Myrtle. But again, I think the big weapon for Myrtle here is that switch left knee or those knees to the head.
Ron Kruk, Joseph Valtellini, and Todd Grisham here in Amsterdam. What a matchup. This is what we were hoping for. Grunhardt does come in with the height and reach advantage. Could be the fresher fighter as well.
I think a good strategy for Myrtle will be to be patient and kind of keep the fight on the outside. And Kongolo is going to want to try to get inside to use his punches and low kicks.
This has the feeling of a Glory championship bout. Lose the contender tournament title because both of these guys are at the top of the division and gave the champion Holzken all they could handle in their last fight. Both are looking for a rematch with the champ.
Kongolo's really using that double jab to try to get inside because that single jab just isn't enough. You need to double up your strikes to try to get in on the inside.
Maybe a little bit of a feeling out period here in the first round, especially compared to how these guys came out in their semi-final bouts, just came out firing.
These guys know each other really well. I'm sure they put many rounds together sparring in the gym. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to land those big shots. They know what's coming.
Impressive counter there from Grunhardt, going to work on the body of Kongolo. As we approach 1 minute to go in round number one. Myrtle Grunhardt misses with the flying knee, but continues to tee off and tosses Kongolo to the ground. No knockdown. And a warning to Grunhardt.
Kongolo needs to be careful for that knee. He can't really stay in that range. You got to either stay out or stay in. If you're standing there, you know Myrtle's trying to set you up with that. But you also see when Myrtle throws his jab, he really puts his heel out. So that's a good time for Kongolo to use the low kick.
Solid body shot from Kongolo delivered back to Grunhardt up. Now Grunhardt, he continues to fly. Fighters exchanging in the middle of the Glory ring to end round number one. Well, no Big Mike. Both these teams representing Mike's gym, but he said that as he trained both of these guys for this tournament, he would let the rest of his coaching staff deal with it. I wonder what he's doing backstage right now.
What I would like to see from Kongolo in this next round is to be a little bit more active. I think he's just testing out his conditioning right now. They know each other, they respect each other, but if Kongolo really wants to win, he's got to get inside and be a little bit more active with his combination. Where I think Myrtle's doing a great job at keeping his distance, keeping range, staying relaxed.
Crotch is out. Come on, guys. Let's go. Ready? Fight!
Round two underway. We'll see if these fighters pick up the pace here in the second round. Remember, in a tournament final, 3 knockdowns in a round and 4 in the entire bout will result in a TKO. Kick blocked by Kongolo.
Kongolo right now usually sets up his low kick with his hands, but it would be really wise to kind of shut down the jab of Myrtle. So as soon as Myrtle throws that jab, that's the timing for the low kick. You don't always have to set that low kick up off of your punches.
Total punches, a shocker right now. Grunhardt dominating. as Congolo only landed 6% of his shots.
Myrtle's making it very difficult for Congolo to get inside using that jab.
No doubt.
But that knee is going to be the big weapon in this fight if Myrtle's going to land it.
Murtel Grunhart was very vocal. He was not thrilled that Yohan Congolo came over to Mike's gym. I think he has something to prove here tonight. Body shot from Congolo delivered. Pushing Grunhart back up against the ropes.
Being the shorter fighter, it's a good idea to hit the body first and then go to the head.
Midway through round number 2. Always a key, of course. The ringside doctor cleared both these fighters, but you just don't know how much damage these two took in that first semifinal. High kick blocked from Congolo. Grunhart throwing some high knees, slipping through the guard, not doing much damage.
Myrtle also needs to be careful too. When you're jumping in with big knees like that, your head's also open. Especially Congo being a big heavy puncher and throwing round punches. That's an easy way to get caught throwing a knee coming in. This is what Congolo needs to do. Keep the fight here. Get Myrtle against the ropes. It limits the knees and it keeps him scoring.
Great exchange from both Congolo and Grunhart under 30 seconds to go in round 2. And big knee from Murtel Grunhart floors Yohan Congolo.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your hands up. Are you okay?
Can Congolo survive? Big shots from Murtel Grunhart.
Hey, if you do it again, I will stop the fight, okay?
Saved by the bell, Yohan Congolo. But Murtel Grunhart was warned for a late shot.
Against a shorter fighter who likes to come in aggressive with his boxing, that knee is very dangerous. Let's take a look. Oh, he kind of stepped outside to the left and put that knee right between the guard of Congolo. That was enough to do it.
Slipped the knee through. It dropped Congolo, who is saved by the bell. We'll see if he can shake it off and come back here in round number 3. But Congolo is in a deep hole now.
Yeah, he has to do a lot this round. He's got to put Myrtle down if he wants that shot against Nicky.
Right corner. Stay it.
Third and final round. Murtel Grunhart dropping Yohan Congolo in the late stages of round number 2. Congolo's going to need a miracle here in the 3rd round.
No clinching.
Grunhart once again throwing the high knees. That's what dropped Congolo in the 2nd.
I like to see Myrtle mix in some kicks on the outside too. Keep some distance, throw some kicks, and then mix in that knee. Don't be too predictable. There he goes. Throw that kick, then mix in some knees up the middle.
Just missed with a wicked high kick. And another knee from Grunhart. Grunhart now taking control of this fight.
Yeah, he's just relaxed now. He's picking his punches. Congolo needs to just kind of counter back with some big round punches.
Back kick missed from Congolo, and Grunhart continues to push the pace. Under 2 to go in round 3.
He's showing a lot of heart staying in the pocket and throwing, but he can't just stand there. He's gonna have to move, get close, do something. If you're just a standing target like that, that's where Myrtle's gonna pick you apart and land those knees.
Watch your head.
I think Murtel Grunhart is making this fight personal. wasn't happy that Congolo came to train at Mike's gym. Now he's taking it out on his teammate Johan Congolo, who somehow has managed to come back after being dropped in the second round.
And Congolo looks like the fresher fighter here. Myrtle has always had suspect conditioning, where he likes to go very explosive and aggressive in the early rounds and kind of lose that conditioning throughout the fight.
Under a minute to go in round 3. Congolo can end the fight in an instant. 45 career knockouts. Grunhard breathing hard. Congolo in need of a knockout.
Throwing spin attacks like this when you're really tired is not a very good idea.
Under 30. Congolo backed up into the corner, blocks the knee. Eats a jab from Grunhard, and a knee. To go in the Glory welterweight tournament contenders finals. What a display from both Johan Congolo and Myrtle Grunhard. Incredible fight here at Glory 31. The decision is coming up next. Back at the Rice Center in Amsterdam, it's been almost 5 years since Glory lightweight champion Robin van Roosmalen fought here in his home country. He gets the opportunity to defend his belt in front of the hometown fans when he meets Thailand Sitthichai Sitsompinong. Earlier tonight, Todd Grisham spoke with the champion.
The champ is here, Robin van Roosmalen. What do you need to do this time to make it more definitive that you get a victory?
I just have to fight harder than last time and just show them dominant performance that I'm the real champion.
You're fighting in front of your hometown fans for the first time in 5 years. What are your emotions right now?
Yeah, I feel great. I want to show the Dutch people like real kickboxing from here, so I hope I can do that tonight.
What worries you most about your opponent?
I don't know, every opponent in the division on this stadium is hard, so I don't know. I think he's a strong fighter with a good left kick to the body, and so I have to aware of that and adapt on that.
Everyone seems to think this is going to go the distance. How likely is it that you think you can get a stoppage?
I think it's 50-50. Or I win on decision or I win on stoppage. It doesn't matter for me which one it is. As long as I win by a dominant performance, I'm good with that.
Either way, you're going to win.
I'm going to win, and that's for sure.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
That's the rematch tonight. Champion Robin van Roosmalen and Thailand Sitthichai Sitsompinong. But before we turn our attention to the lightweights, we have unfinished business in the Glory welterweight tournament, contenders tournament finals. Johan Congolo, Myrtle Grunhard. The decision is in the judges' hands now. Well, what a fight from these two welterweights, Myrtle Grunhard and Johan Congolo.
One of the biggest weapons in this fight for Myrtle was that knee. He was able to use and land more of his boxing, and that big knee in the second round is what definitely gave him the win, in my opinion. But again, round 3, Congolo did not stop. He kept coming forward and landing some big punches, and it looked like Myrtle slowed down. But again, in my opinion, it was that second round knockdown that sealed Myrtle the win of this tournament.
The Glory World, the strike stats here as we break them down. Grunhard landing with 41% of his strikes, but the key being doing much more damage and knocking Congolo down.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of kickboxing, we go to the judges' scorecard. They score this bout 29-27, 29-27, 29-27, a unanimous decision, all for your winner. And now, welterweight contender, tournament champion, Myrtle Grunhard.
No one can say you didn't earn your title shot tonight.
Trophy. Our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. John Franklin, and our Head of Talent Operations, Mr. Cor Hemmers.
The hardware goes to our champion, Myrtle Grunhard, who is now standing by with Todd Grisham.
Myrtle, congratulations on your victory. What was it like to fight a teammate and a friend?
For me, it's just business in the ring. You know, I did it before in K1 finals. I fought against my teammate Artur Kishenko, and I knocked him out in the 3rd round. For me, it's just business. We were good friends, but when we're in the ring, we have to do business because I have a little kid to, you know, I got to make the papers.
You got to buy the diapers, right?
That's right, and I love the papers too.
Nikki Holsten, the champion of the world. You fought him in December. You probably get another shot again. What's changed since that last fight?
One thing. Nikki, I'm back, baby. Back in line. Whoa!
Look forward to seeing it. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for Myrtle Grunhard.
Big win for Myrtle Grunhard and calling out the champion Nikki Holsten, who he lost to at Glory 26. But it was an extremely close fight and a great show of sportsmanship between Congolo and Grunhard. Up next, it's the lightweight title fight we've all been waiting for. The champion, Robin van Roosmalen, taking on Sitthichai Sitsompinong.
Next up, Glory returned to America for a night of high-octane action with Glory 32 Virginia, featuring undefeated American Xavier Vigny as he tries to knock Anderson Silva into orbit and make a statement in the heavyweight division. A four-man light heavyweight contender tournament and a featherweight title rematch that sees undefeated Serhiy Adamchuk bring the pain from Ukraine against capable Canadian Gabriel Varga. Glory 32 Virginia, July 22nd.
A unanimous decision for your winner, and still Glory lightweight champion of the world,
I don't care if everybody's shouting, they always have doubt and shit. If you can do it better than me, stand here in the ring and prove it to me.
Yeah, in the beginning I was very angry about it, but now I don't care anymore.
A very interested spectator here in Paris, lightweight champion Robin van Roosmalen. He will face off against the winner of this lightweight contenders tournament.
Because of the criticism last time, I want to prove something. Even I'm the champion, I want to prove I'm the better fighter. I want to prove I'm the number one. So I think after this fight, I finally get the respect I deserve.
It's easy work for Sidichai. He makes it look so effortless.
I think he's a tricky opponent. He's difficult to fight. I hope this time he comes more to fight, to attack, and play points and go for the defense.
There's very few that have figured out Sidichai.
Glory lightweight tournament winner, Sidichai Sitsopino.
ก็ตื่นเต้นครับแล้วก็ดีใจ
I'm extremely happy that I get the opportunity to have a rematch with Roosmalen, and this time I'm going to knock him out because it's very difficult to beat him on points.
Now, we just heard Sidichai say he wants to basically take your head off. How do you feel about that?
I take his head off.
This Lumpini Stadium champion comes off a tournament win over Kyria and Grigorian in Paris. Here comes Sidichai Sitsopino.
Here comes the Killer Kid, 24-year-old Sidichai Sitsopino. Feels that he won that first fight against champion Robin van Roosmalen. Tonight, he looks to avenge that defeat.
And one of the fun things, as I always mention when Sidichai's fighting, and how easy he makes that southpaw left kick look. And again, but him and his team feel he needs to be a little bit more active, especially with his punches.
He successfully defended the belt in Milan at Glory 25 and makes his 14th Glory start. He is Robin van Roosmalen.
This place is electric, as Glory Kickboxing has returned home, and so has the lightweight champion, Robin van Roosmalen.
Robin van Roosmalen really wants to prove, not to the people, but he says he really wants to prove it to himself that he is the real champion. And by doing that, he needs to be a little bit more active. And even after that last fight, he said, every kick he threw, I blocked. Everything I threw, I scored.
Here's how the tail of the tape breaks down for this lightweight world title fight. The champion, Van Roosmalen, is 2 years older than Sitthichai, but the 24-year-old from Thailand will have a 2-inch height and 6-inch reach advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. 5 rounds for the Glory Lightweight Championship of the World in a much-anticipated rematch, which neither man wants to leave in the hands of the judges. This bout sanctioned by the International Sport Kickboxing Association. The referee at the opening bell, Stefano Valenti. From the center of the kickboxing universe, inside Rise Center, Amsterdam, it's time for Glory! This bout scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Let's meet the challenger. Fighting out of the black corner, a Thailand national champion, 2-time Glory contender champion. His professional record, 110 wins, 29 losses, 5 bouts scored even with 30 career knockouts. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, 1.74 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at an even 153 pounds, 69.5 kilos. Fighting out of Thailand, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Killer Kid, Sitthichai Sinsompino. Here now is his opponent, standing on my left and fighting out of the white corner, a 2-time Glory Lightweight World Champion on a 4-fight win streak. His record, 35 wins with 6 losses, 19 of those wins by knockout. Standing 5 feet 6.5 inches, 1.69 meters. He weighed in at an even 152 pounds, 69 kilograms. Fighting out of the Netherlands, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending Glory Lightweight Champion of the World, Ruben Pokerface Van Roosmalen. Once again, your referee in charge, Stefano Valenti.
Okay. Please to the center. Okay, guys. Listen to my command. No elbow, no toes, and walk immediately with the knees in clinching. Right? Touch if you want. Mouth. Mouth. Fight!
The Glory lightweight strap is up for grabs. Sitthichai in the black gloves and the champion, Van Roosmalen, in the white gloves. Neither of these fighters wants this to go back into the hands of the judges, Joseph.
No, both of these guys really want to take this fight, and it's all about range and distance in this fight, where Sitthichai wants to keep distance and range, where Robin Van Roosmalen wants to close it.
Van Roosmalen spent a lot of that first fight on the outside in the range of Sitthichai. Like you said, he's going to try to close that distance here tonight.
And again, talking to Sitthichai's camp before the fight, he has a lot of boxing experience with the army in Thailand.
Combination thrown and blocked by Van Roosmalen. An interesting fact here is that since that fight back in November, Sitthichai has been very active, going 7-0 since that time. Van Roosmalen hasn't fought in Glory. Now, he has had hit one MMA bout. That was his debut in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, Robin is trying to do both right now, but he's really focused on winning this title. He also talked about maybe going down to 145 and taking on the champion there.
Well, he's got business here in Holland first. Really a matchup of just differing styles. Van Roosmalen, of course, the Dutch boxing and strikes from the pocket. Sitthichai, the Muay Thai, kicks from the outside. Makes for a great matchup.
one of the controversies in that last fight was those left kicks hitting the forearm of Robin. Are those scoring or not? In my opinion, if you've taken arm kicks like that, they do score.
But did they do enough damage? According to the judges, apparently not in that first fight. Nice kick to the body from Sidichai. Uppercut from Sidichai, gets through the guard. And again, solid kick from Sidichai.
Robin needs to come in after that kick like he's doing. If you watch, he'll come in with a nice inside low kick. But he needs to come in and start throwing his hands after that.
Sidichai trying to keep Van Roosmalen back and in his distance with those push kicks and high kicks. And give Van Roosmalen credit for some impressive kickboxing defense. A strong flurry there from Sidichai to end that first round. And you saw him celebrate after, making sure the judges saw it. The Killer Kid, a Muay Thai specialist, incredible resume, Lupini Stadium welterweight champion, and one of the most active fighters you will ever see, has had 142 professional bouts. The champion, Robin Van Roosmalen, became the lightweight champion back in November of 2014, trained by his father, William, who is always in his corner.
Okay. Come on, seconds out. Mouth. Come on. Okay. Mouth. Fight!
Fighters touch gloves. We are set to go round number 2.
It's going to be very interesting how these judges are already scoring this fight. Those arm kicks from Sidichai, are they scoring it? But Robin keeps countering with that inside low kick, which again is scoring.
That is exactly what happened in the first fight in November. And the judges ended up giving the champion the win that night. And again, Van Roosmalen also said, hey, listen, yeah, he had a lot of kicks. I blocked him. But you've got to take the belt away from the champion, and he did not believe Sidichai did that.
Sidichai was landing that nice lead uppercut. He needs to continue to do that. He was popping the head of Robin.
And a straight shot from Sidichai, right to the face of Van Roosmalen.
Robin countered with a left hook, which I think did more damage.
Yep. No holding.
And now Sidichai throwing combinations, both kicks and punches.
Sidichai's landing with less power, but Robin, when he lands, it hurts. It's doing more damage. So again, it's going to be very interesting to see how these judges are scoring this fight.
Uppercut from Sidichai rocks Van Roosmalen. Champion firing back.
Sidichai's starting to use that knee now. He's finding that he's going to close distance from the kick and then time that knee on the inside. He was also throwing that rear low kick. Sidichai needs to keep throwing those kicks.
And you can already see the arms of the champion. They're starting to turn red from all those blocks from the high kicks of Sidichai.
I even like when Robin goes 1-for-1 on those rear power kicks.
Knee blocked by Van Roosmalen. Under a minute to go in round 2. Fighters exchange. Great flurry. Low kick from Van Roosmalen.
When Robin throws 1 or 2 strikes, I want to see him take a little second, come back in, and keep throwing. He's got to keep closing distance. That's what makes Sidichai so successful, is keeping his range and distance. So sometimes it might be the second or third combination that lands.
And Roosmalen trying to get inside. That's going to do it for round number 2. It's almost like deja vu from November, Joseph. A very similar fight that we saw the first time around.
Yeah, Sidichai's finding a lot of success with that lead uppercut and that nice left knee. In this fight, I find he's staying in the pocket a little bit more, where in the first fight, he was keeping distance a little bit more, using his kick on the outside. But you can see that he's trying to be a little bit more active, trying to use that knee to finish or his hand. But that uppercut keeps popping the head of Robin.
Van Roosmalen said that first fight, the lesson he learned was that Sidichai really screws up your timing. You need to make him fight and put the pressure on him.
Seconds out. Come on. Come on, please. Okay. Clean. Dry his body, please, please. Dry his body. Come on. Mount. Fight!
Third round underway. The champion, Robin Van Roosmalen in the white gloves, and the challenger, Sidichai in the black gloves. Again, a very close fight here in Amsterdam. Joseph Altolini, how do you have this one scored?
Well, again, I have no idea what the refs are looking at in scoring, but in my opinion, I'm going to give this 1 round apiece. I found Robin was doing well with the inside low kick in the first round, and in the second round, Sidichai starting to pick up that knee and that straight left.
It's a very good point. Again, Glory scoring is based on, in order of importance, knockdowns and then impact on opponent, and scoring with spectacular technique. As we check out the numbers here, total kicks, Van Roosmalen landing 66% of his.
Yeah, he keeps landing that inside low kick. Again, Sidichai's hitting the forearm, where Robin's landing the inside low kick. So, again, referees and judges are going to look at that inside low kick scoring.
And Sidichai with 75% of his knees landing. Van Roosmalen being shut out in that stat.
We've been talking to Robin before. He says Sidichai's most dangerous weapon isn't the left kick. He thinks it's the left knee.
And he's been throwing a lot of those knees, working the body of the champ. Midway through round number 3.
But it is those big left kicks to the arms that do set up the knee well, because fighters want to stay in the pocket, where Sidichai closes distance quickly and lands the knee.
Both of these guys a lot more aggressive than we saw them in that first fight. Sidichai flat out said he was too defensive. He thinks the only way he gets a win here in Amsterdam is to knock Van Roosmalen down or KO the champ. Under a minute to go in round 3, scheduled for 5.
Don't push, don't push.
Van Roosmalen countering off the knee from Sidichai.
Again, Robin's blocking a lot of these.
Very difficult fight to score. Beautiful technique. Matching two different fighting styles. And nice flurry there from Sidichai.
Hey!
Jij eruit, wil jij eruit?
Well, the champion getting some instructions from his dad in his corner as we check out the highlights from round number 3.
Oh, there was a nice... Sidichai is finding that left hand a little bit more. He keeps landing that, but again, I feel he needs to do a little bit more.
Clean shot from Van Roosmalen. Back Sidichai up. Four and 1 in the promotion as Sidichai gets stretched out.
Fight!
We begin the championship rounds here in Amsterdam. The main event of Glory 31. Ron Kruk along with Joseph Valtellini, Todd Grissom backstage. What a fight so far between the champion, Robin Van Roosmalen, and the challenger, Sidichai. Very difficult fight to score.
They're basically going 1 for 1. Whether it's an arm kick, Robin's countering with the inside low kick. If Sidichai throws his cross hook, Robin throws 2-3 punches right back.
Both fighters said that they would throw more strikes in this fight. Looks like they have. Van Roosmalen throwing 132 compared to Sidichai's 105.
Yeah, Sidichai is definitely using his boxing a little bit more. He's staying in the pocket, throwing that straight left and that left uppercut. Sorry, that right uppercut.
Speaking of uppercut, Van Roosmalen gets one through the guard. Flying knee from Sidichai, blocked by the champion.
This is what Robin needs to do. He needs to stay in the pocket, keep throwing those big punches. Once he's inside, you eat 2 or 3 kicks and knees, but when you're inside, you got to capitalize on being there.
It takes its toll getting inside, but once you're there, you got to capitalize. You know, even when Van Roosmalen blocks those high kicks, man, they're wicked. The right arm of the champion, almost as red as his shorts.
Bang!
Fighters clinch and are separated. 1 minute to go in round number 4.
I would like to see Robin keep up with that inside low kick. He found a lot of success with it in the first few rounds. Now he's really headhunting with big hooks.
Nasty exchange from the champion. Getting in tight, fighting in the pocket now. Uppercut just misses from Van Roosmalen.
Even Sidichai slowed down throwing that left knee. That was working really well for them in the earlier rounds.
And you look at the right inner thigh of Sidichai. It is black and blue.
Bang!
Seconds to go. Van Roosmalen and Sidichai continue to war. And it's so interesting, Joseph. After every round, both fighters now go back with their hands raised, trying to convince the judge, hey, that was my round.
Yeah, these guys need any advantage they can now in order to get this win. It's too close.
There's the inner right thigh of the challenger, Sidichai. It's taken a toll from the champion, Van Roosmalen.
Van Roosmalen didn't throw it much in that last round. I feel he needs to be more active with it. Again, as Sidichai throws that left kick, counter back with your own kick, was working well with him, so he needs to keep doing that.
Great. Mount. Fight!
This is it. The fifth and final round. The Glory lightweight title on the line.
Great. Neutral corner.
Fighters go into neutral corners.
It's okay.
Van Roosmalen took a low blow to start this final round off. And again, it's right where we left off. Sidachai throwing high kicks.
Robin found a lot of success throwing those big hooks on the inside, and it looked like he rocked Sidachai a few times. So he's gonna look to continue to throw those throws, but he needs to throw those inside low kicks.
Look at the total strikes, over 550 total strikes thrown in this bout. Both fighters said they were going to be more active and more aggressive, and they are living up to that claim.
I still think whoever wins this fight, the other fighter is going to be upset because this can easily go both ways, and there'll be controversy on both sides winning.
So at this point, Joseph, with under 2 to go, put you on the spot here, bud. Has Sidachai done enough to take the belt from the champion?
And again, I'm not an official judge here, but I don't think Sidachai has done enough.
It's been a back and forth war, mixing styles. Right there from the champion. And Sidachai looks to be breathing heavily. High kick blocked from Van Roosmalen.
Robin keeps landing that right hook.
So with 1 minute remaining in this fifth and final round, will we have the first ever Glory Thai champion, Sidachai? Or will the Dutch kickboxing expert, Robin Van Roosmalen, retain his title? Knee delivered from Sidachai.
And again, those knees are hitting off Robin's forearms, just like those kicks, so they're not really landing. They are doing damage to the forearm, they are weakening his defense, but they're not physically landing on the body.
Under 30 to go.
Yeah, you can see the damage on Sidachai's inside low kick. So again, that's what referees and judges will be looking at.
Both lightweights leaving everything in the Glory ring tonight. Here in the main event of Glory 31 from Amsterdam. Well, an eerily similar bout tonight here in Amsterdam, as we saw back in November between the two. And once again, the question is Sidachai, has he done enough to take the belt away from the champion?
Again, it comes down to the judges and what they're looking at as cumulative damage. This is what both of these fights have come down to. Are these arm kicks of Sidachai and are those knees landing and doing cumulative damage? Where Robin, again, you're seeing visual signs of damage to Sidachai's inside leg, and again, he's landing more of the power punches on the inside. Yes, Sidachai was landing some good punches, popping the head, but were they doing the damage?
That's what the judges will discuss.
Always number one.
The champion, Robin Van Roosmalen, hoping to hold on to his Glory lightweight belt, while the Thai, Sidachai, hopes to steal it from the champion. We'll find out with the official decision coming up next. A mix of different kickboxing styles once again on display between Van Roosmalen and Sitthichai.
We did see a very similar fight, but a very different fight. At the same time, Sitthichai did use a little bit more boxing, and Robin was landing well with a good inside low kick, and again, his boxing landed a lot more with his punches. With kicks, they were very similar on the kicks, but Robin seemed to do a good job on the inside, where Sitthichai was landing knees and kicks on the outside.
Well, a very tough one for the judges to score. Again, we check out the Glory 31 strike stats.
Well, again, we knew Robin was going to punch more, and again, the kicks were actually fairly even, which was surprising, but it was the more knees on the inside from Sitthichai. Again, this is a very difficult fight to score. What are the judges looking at?
Has the champion retained his belt, or will we have a new title holder? Let's find out and return to the Glory ring and Tim Hughes.
All right, Amsterdam, after 5 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. They give us back a split decision. Scoring this bout, 48-47, Van Roosmalen. 48-47, Sitthichai. And 48-47 for your winner by split decision. And new Glory lightweight champion of the world, the Killer Kid, Sitthichai Sitsopino. Here to present the belt, our chairman, Pierre Andera, our chief executive officer, John Franklin, and our head of talent operations, Mr. Cor Hemmers.
A historic night here in Amsterdam. Sitthichai becomes the first Glory World Champion from Thailand, and look who joins him in the ring. Sitthichai joins his fellow countrymen to celebrate this victory.
Sitthichai, congratulations on your victory. What was the difference in this fight?
คราวนี้แตกต่างจากไฟท์ที่แล้วยังไง
ก็พรุ่งนี้ผมได้ชัดเจนครับแล้วผมก็ไม่ถอยด้วยผมก็ดีใจครับที่ได้แชมป์ครับ
he felt that he got clearer hits and he wasn't as defensive and more aggressive.
You're the first ever Thai champion here in Glory. What does that mean to you and to your country?
เราเป็นแชมป์คนแรกคนไทยของ Glory แล้วมีความรู้สึกยังไงสำหรับเรากับแล้วประเทศของเรา
ผมก็ภูมิใจครับและดีใจมากที่ได้เป็นแชมป์ Glory คนแรกของไทยวันนี้ผมทำได้แล้วครับผมฝันว่าจะได้เป็นแชมป์ Glory ผมก็ทำได้แล้วครับขอบคุณทุกคนครับที่เชียร์ครับ
Yeah, he's very happy that he became the Glory champion and his dream came true today. Yeah.
What's your message to your opponent? He fought valiantly. He thought he won the fight. I'm sure many others do. He seemed to bring out the best in you. What's your message to Robin?
ความคู่ชกของเราคิดว่าเขาชนะแต่เรามีอะไรที่จะฝากไปที่คู่ชก
ก็คู่ชกก็เก่งครับแต่ผมทำได้เต็มที่กว่าครับยังไงผมก็ดูว่าผมชนะครับเพราะว่าผมคือแชมป์ Glory ครับ
Robin was a very good opponent and he's a very good fighter, but I felt that I did better on the night and I should deserve to be the champion.
Congratulations once again. Ron, back to you.
Thank you, Todd. A historic night and a historic way to end Glory 31. Joseph Altolini, what a night for the new champion, Sitthichai Sitsopino.
What a great finish to a great event here in Amsterdam. Again, it's always great to be here in the Mecca of kickboxing, surrounded by many of the Dutch legends coming and watching the event.
There they are, two of Thailand's greatest, Sitthichai and the new Glory lightweight champion, Sitthichai Sitsopino. For the entire crew, my broadcast partners, Todd Grisham, Joseph Altolini, I'm Ron Kruk. Good night from Amsterdam. We'll see you back in the States for Glory 32.